87 days to my daughter's wedding, and this week I've shown you the world's largest can of Campbell's tomato soup. And now I'm going to be showing you the world's largest RCA Nipper the dog in Albany, New York. Well, 87 days to my daughter's wedding, and today brings me to Albany, New York, to a local attraction that's been here since the 1950s. Somehow this attraction can be directly associated with the American way of eating in front of a TV. Here in front of us is an important building to the TV culture of America, and this is Nipper, the RCA dog, or the Radio Corporation of America. He's been sitting on this building since the 1950s, and because of RCA TVs, we can associate TV and TV dinners to this guy right here, Nipper. So let's take a closer look at Nipper. A little history. In 1895, an English artist painted Nipper looking into an Edison phonograph in hopes Edison would use that for advertising. Edison declined. In the 1920s, GE from Schenectady, New York, and RCA and Westinghouse made an agreement to build radio parts together and radios to get them into the homes throughout America. Part and reason, it was the big band era of America, and we also were looking to get news into people's homes more readily. Westinghouse owned several radio stations, so it all made sense. So a little more history about Nipper. That guy stands 26 feet tall, and he weighs 4 tons, and that's 8,000 pounds. As one big pup, and probably has a heavy appetite. Like I said earlier, Nipper's been sitting here since the 1950s. And in 1954, Swanson produces its first frozen TV dinner. This is how Nipper and RCA in particular have played into American culture, and not only American culture, but the American diet and the TV culture of America. So tonight's goal is to find a TV dinner that actually meets the health standards and protocols of what I'm doing for a diet to lose weight for my daughter's wedding. So next thing we're going to do is head to the market and see if we can't find one. Then cook it up and have it for dinner tonight. Unfortunately, I had to cut a lot of the video on this because of the music in the store, but this is A Hungry Man. It was introduced by Swanson in 1973. Really high, unfortunately, in the salt category, low in the protein, high in the carbs. Same thing with Devour. Devour was the worst at 118 milligrams of carbs, or 118 grams of carbs, I apologize. Had 2,000 milligrams of salt. The Boston Market wasn't much better. Way high in the carbohydrates and low in the protein, very high in the salt, about 1,500 milligrams. The Marie Calendar coming up next. That was 52 carbs to 11 protein with 1,100 milligrams of salt. Obviously not a great choice. With the macros, we want more protein, fewer carbs, and a little bit of moderate fat. Good fats, obviously. The Smart One, or Lean Cuisine, I apologize. Lean Cuisine was, again, high in the carbs. Not so bad in the salt, 680 milligrams. But again, now what we're looking for is 38 carbs and 16 proteins. So again, the carbs outweighed the protein. And for the macros I'm looking for, it doesn't work. The Smart Ones here is the first one that came close. The Smart Ones actually had more protein and carbohydrates, 16 grams of protein, or 19 grams of protein, I apologize, 17 grams of carbohydrates, 660 grams of salt, not bad. And the one I chose for dinner tonight is a Healthy Choice Simple Steamers Chicken and Vegetable Stir Fry. That one had 23 grams of protein, 16 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fat, and really met the needs for hitting the macros. All right, so here is the dinner I chose, which is, again, the Healthy Choice Simply Steamers Chicken and Vegetable Stir Fry. I'm going to be cooking that in a microwave for 4 to 5 minutes on high. No need to vent. The prep work for tonight's pretty easy. Throw it in the microwave. I'm going to put on 4 minutes and 30 seconds and then just walk away. All right, now that this thing's cooled off a bit, let's give it the first taste test. Get in here, get a little veg and chicken. It's actually pretty good. Way better than I expected. Probably way better than the Hungry Man or the Swanson dinner from the 1950s. Thank you, Nipper, for a halfway decent TV dinner. However, would I ever do this again? Taste-wise, yeah. I mean, if I was in a pinch, I'd definitely run out and get this, the healthy choice, chicken and vegetable stir fry. But I have to be really in a bind and really in a rush. The salt in this is far too high. Water retention being an issue with salt. Sugar, added sugar in anything is really not good for you. Like I said, macros-wise, yeah, the protein's higher than the carbs. The fat's a little low. It's close to being on target for the macros, not perfect. But again, we're looking at what Nipper, RCA, and TV did to the American eating culture and the TV culture. TVs, TV dinners. I'm not sitting in front of TV, I'm sitting in front of this camera. But basically, yeah, we've all sat in front of our TVs and ate dinner. Started in the 1950s with the Swanson first frozen TV dinner with Nipper on the TV set, RCA, in some of the homes, not all. But just wanted to make that connection, give you a little something fun to watch. As usual, do good things, get out and move, and we'll see you in the next one.